All right, everyone. We're going to get started with Sam's Corner. It is 7:01, so we're a minute late, but that's okay. We're just a little late. For those of you who are in here, I'm going to introduce myself again. For those of you who are new, since I introduced myself about 15 minutes ago, my name is Sam Brunel. I am one of the hosts of Sam's Corner. I don't know how to explain this now because technically I'm a former UVA women's basketball player now. I just finished my fifth year, so my last year eligibility on the women's basketball team at UVA. I'm excited because I'm going to go pursue a pro career, go play in Europe probably in the fall, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's an update on my life. So I'm excited about that, but I'm going to be graduating in May with my master's in student affairs and higher education. So whenever my career ends, I'll either be a sports broadcaster or something in athletic administration probably. So to my far right is my co-host, and I'm going to let him introduce himself to you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Antonio Clary. I'm a fifth year here on the football team at UVA. I'm not finished yet. I still have one more year to go. Just finished up spring ball, so I'm excited for the season to start. But yes, so I recently finished my master's last year in educational psychology. So I'm not studying anything else right now. But yeah, so excited for this last show tonight.
So, Antonio, what can our audience expect for giveaways tonight? Because we have a lot of good stuff tonight, more than we usually have.
All right, so some giveaways we have throughout the show tonight, courtesy of Timberwood. There will be one $25 food coupon. This will be drawn towards the end of the show. Also, in honor of Sam's favorite dish, Timberwood will be doing 50% off all wraps tonight. And since it's the finale show of the season, we'll be drawing a grand prize gift card of $250. So if you came out to all the other shows, you have a higher chance of winning tonight.
We also have a few other giveaways that I forgot to put on this for Antonio to tell you, but we have 2 grit coffee bags that have my face on it to give away tonight. It's called the Brunel Blend. They sell those in grit coffee shops too, so you can find them there. I put some little QR code little papers up here that you can scan, and it'll directly take you to where you can check out with them. Besides those, we also have one more giveaway, courtesy of Timberwood Tap House. And this is a UVA tickets giveaway. We're gonna draw all of this is gonna be drawn at the end of the show, so you have some time to sit on this stuff. But Timberwood is excited to offer one lucky raffle winner 2 tickets to the 2024-2025 UVA women's basketball game of their choosing. So please support my Who's next year, and I hope whoever wins this pick the Virginia Tech game, because why not, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why not? And so, Antonio, let's recap this year a little bit, because this is my second year being able to do this here at Timberwood Tap House, and your first.
Right.
And it's been awesome. We've been able to do this year. We've done 13 shows, including this one. That's a lot of shows. That's a lot of weeks of Timberwood being able to host us here and having a great time. And those guests include Reese Beekman, Mike Collins, Mo Johnson, Ryan Dunn, Colin Schellenberger, Jonas Sanker, Olympic swimmers Alex Walsh and Kate Douglas, Jordan Miner, Jay Wolfolk, Skylar Dahl, Amanda Sandbach, Tane Murray, Cadence Booth, and tonight's guest, Blake Buchanan.
Yeah.
I'm sure you noticed a lot of Blake's teammates were mentioned in this lineup here. So we'll probably talk a little bit about that tonight. But honestly, this year's been an amazing year to see the growth of how this show has transformed. For some of you in here have been here since last year coming to shows, and some of you haven't. But for those of you who have been a part of it the last 2 years, you know that last year it was a much shorter show, and we weren't doing as much audience engagement. But this year it's been just so much fun to be able to engage with you guys, give you guys a chance to have fun and learn a little bit more about UVA student athletes, how our lives are, who we are outside of our sport, and it's been really amazing. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been here consistently, who maybe hasn't. Just thank you for your support, and it's been a blast to be able to do this all year.
Like Sam said, it's been an honor. It's been fun. It's been a fun ride. It's my first year, her second year doing this, and it's just been fun, just giving y'all an inside scoop of what our lives are like. And yeah, just having y'all out here at Timberwood and just having a good time. So yeah.
Yeah, so thank you. Thank you for supporting us. And with that, let's just introduce our guests, because that's what everyone's here for. They're here for the guests.
Let's do it. All right, so our special guest tonight, as Sam already mentioned, Blake Buchanan. He's a 6'11 first year from Idaho. He was an all ACC academic team, played 34 games, including 6 starts, averaged 3.4 points and 3.1 rebounds a game, shot 41.4% from the field and 50% from the free throw line, tallied 18 points, 10 of 16 free throws, and 7 rebounds versus Florida. Before he got to Virginia, he participated in the 2023 Nike Hoop Summit, collecting 8 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 steal in Team USA's 90-84 win over the international team, and was invited to the USA Basketball Under-19 Men's National Team Training Camp. Give it up for Blake Buchanan.
And I know I saw you just make a little face at when we were talking about your averages, but here's the thing. I went to majority of the men's games when I was in town, and just watching Blake do his thing, he's going to be very special here at UVA. As a first year, having to step up into the role that he was given, it was huge. And like I said, at Florida, he went off, and that's, I think, what you're going to be able to expect from him in the future. And we're going to talk about what you're going to try to focus on this offseason soon, so we won't get there yet, but I'm just really excited to see what he's going to do in the years to come. But super excited to have you on. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me.
So we're going to start off with trivia because that is one of the favorite games of the night. I think most of you have turned them in, but if you haven't, we're going to go through trivia right now. Tone, can you hand me the trivia sheet? So if you didn't play already, and it looks like a lot of people play because we only have 2 sheets left, so thank you for participating. We're going to go through the questions right now. Me and Antonio will read through them, and then once we play our next game, Would You Rather, we'll have a winner. You get to announce the winner, and then you'll tell people the correct answers. So for those of you who haven't played, you still have some time to turn it in. We're going to go through it right now. All right. Question number 1, true or false, does Blake love to be outdoors?
Question number 2 is, what is one thing Blake likes to do? A, play chess, B, play video games, C, golf, or D, ride golf carts?
Yeah, don't say the answer right now. I forget to tell people that. Sometimes they start saying the answers. I'm like, oh. Okay, question 3. What kind of music does Blake like to listen to the most? Is it A, hip-hop rap, B, jazz, C, pop, or D, country?
Question 4. What is another thing Blake enjoys doing? A, playing cards, B, paintballing, C, skating, or D, going to escape rooms?
And question 5, what is Blake's favorite professional sport to watch? And this could be a very tricky question for many of you out there. I was asked if this was supposed to be a trick question, and I didn't intend for it to be, but I guess it really is. All right, is it A, basketball, B, baseball, C, volleyball, or D, football? So we'll give you some time if you haven't turned them in already to turn them in, and we're going to play a little Would You Rather with Blake. So to start off, I like this question because watching you play, you're very good at blocking shots. So would you rather get the game-winning points or get the block that wins the game for you guys?
I think being at Virginia, I think if I were to get the game-winning block, I think that Tony Bennett would really love that, since we're big on defense. But I think going to get the game-winning bucket would be a lot more fun for me. So
okay,
I would say I would want to get the game-winning block.
Game-winning block.
Yeah.
okay,
Just put just devastating for the other team. So I'll definitely, and I play defense too for football. So yeah, I'll definitely do the block.
See, for me, I'm a shooter, so I'm probably going to go with the game-winning points. If I hit the game-winning 3, I'd probably run to the locker room. No, I'm just kidding. Depending on the game. No, I'm just kidding. But I think I would definitely go with the points. But I respect the block because that makes a lot. I was curious what you were going to say because y'all are so defensive-minded.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Either way, it's solid. We get the win. So
Nick, can you turn his volume up a little bit? All right. Well, let's go on to the next one. What's the next one, Tom?
All right. So the next one is: would you rather get dunked on or get your ankles broken?
I would say get dunked on, because if I'm getting dunked on, that means like I'm going up, I'm challenging the guy, like I'm in the paint, like it's gonna happen. Like I know playing college basketball, I'm gonna get dunked on. If you get your ankles broke, like you're on the floor.
Right.
So I'd definitely rather get dunked on.
See, we made an argument in the locker room, in the football locker room, and everyone was saying that they'll rather get dunked on because it's more embarrassing. And I was trying to tell them that if you're getting dunked on, at least you're going up and contesting your shot. But if you're getting your ankles broken, that's before they even attempt the
Yeah,
shot.
that's
So
just-
it's more embarrassing to me.
For sure.
Mm, I wouldn't want either, but I think in women's basketball, you get your ankles broke a lot more than you get dunked on. So I think I might rather get dunked on just because it doesn't happen as much in my game. So,
So people are like, oh,
but it's happening more.
Yeah.
But it's not as often that you actually get dunked on in
Right.
women's basketball. So I'll go with get dunked on. All right. Would you rather dance on Dancing with the Stars or sing on American Idol?
I would say sing on American Idol just so I can meet Luke Bryan, Lionel Richie, and Katy Perry. It wouldn't be very good, but I think it'd be cool to meet those people. But either one would not be good.
Fair enough. I think my dancing skills are not very good. I do play guitar, so I think I would go with singing on American Idol for sure. Singing on American Idol for me.
I'll probably.
I think it would be more miserable not playing. I mean, you'd be part of the team,
Right.
but I'd rather be on the court playing. But it'd suck not to be able to make the postseason. So that's
Yeah.
a tricky one.
No, it is a tricky one.
But
And I'm glad
I'd
that you
rather be
said that.
playing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that you said that because a lot of people would just say like I would rather go to the postseason so I can get a chance to win the championship, but never touch the court or touch the field.
Yeah.
So I guess if you do have a passion for something and you want to be out there playing, then it is important for you to play. Then yeah, starting every game would definitely be something that I'll go for as well.
Yeah.
All right, so this next one is: would you rather go skydiving or zip lining over a crocodile bay? And this is not skydiving over a crocodile bay. This is just skydiving.
I will definitely be a part of this conversation.
I'll probably zip lining.
What?
Yes,
I
thank
would-
you.
What?
I'm not skydiving.
I am
I'm
telling
not
you.
jumping out of a
What?
plane.
Thank
I'm not
you.
jumping
Yeah,
out of a plane.
Tom.
What?
2v1 this time.
Yeah, I'm not jumping out of a plane.
But why?
That's just not. I that would scare me. Jumping out of a
So
plane.
zip lining over a crocodile bay wouldn't scare you?
Yeah,
'Cause you
but
can
it's not gonna
escape.
break.
It's not gonna break, but also
got
even
trust
if
in
it
the
does,
company.
even if it does break,
Trust in the
you have
company.
you have one more chance to live because you can try to maneuver through those crocodiles if you do it
Ooh.
in a
Yeah, I
calm
don't know about
manner.
that.
No. In a calm manner?
In a calm manner, you know.
The minute
Yeah,
you
I'd
hit
zip
the
line.
water, they're gonna know you're in there.
No, I'm zip lining.
I'm going skydiving. I'm gonna trust the parachute, and I'm gonna trust the professional that I'm skydiving with,
There you go. There you go.
rather than going on a zip line and trusting a zip line to hold me up.
Yeah.
Well, you touch that water, there's no calm entrance.
Nah, you're done.
Who says that they're all hungry? They might be sleeping.
Nah, they're all hungry.
They might be sleeping. You don't know what they're doing. You don't know what they're doing until you hit the water.
Changing the question up.
All right, so would you rather own a team or be the commissioner of an entire league?
Probably own a team because I feel like if
Okay.
you're the commissioner, you got that's
Yeah.
so much work. Like you got to take care of 30, 32 teams,
Right.
whatever it is. You have to deal with everything. You got to worry about, suspending players, like dealing with all that type of
Right.
stuff. So I feel like if you own your own team, you kind of get to help design that team, like make it your own. I'd rather do that.
I think it's funny because you basically said exactly what me and Sam say every week. Just being able to own your own team and focus on that team instead of having
Yeah.
to worry about all the other teams.
I feel like
Yeah.
it gives you more creativity
Yeah,
because you get to go through the process of drafting the picks you want.
right.
You get to go through the process of making it the program, the organization you want, forming the culture how you want it to. And I feel like it's kind of, this is probably a terrible analogy, but it's kind of like you have, because my mother's here, you have a school system, right? You have like the superintendent, you have central office, and then you have like each individual school, and they cultivate kind of how they want their
Right.
schools to be. I think that's how I see it. I guess
Right.
for in this case scenario,
Right.
and I think there's more creativity with that.
All right. So, would you rather splurge on shoes or clothes?
Probably shoes.
Okay.
Yeah, I really don't. I really don't spend a lot of money on clothes, but I do. I do spend money on shoes. So that's where I put my money.
I wish. See, I used to be a sneakerhead, but that's when my mama was buying me shoes. Now that I have to use my own money, to me, it makes
Yeah.
more sense to spend my money on when I can get multiple outfits instead of
No,
one
that's
pair of
fair. That's
shoes.
fair.
I think that's my issue with that.
I'm starting to splurge on shoes a little bit more. I used to never be like a sneakerhead
Yeah.
just because I could never figure out like what shoes I actually want to wear. Because half the time I was always in sports, so I was always wearing or working out, so I was always wearing basically the same shoes every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm starting to splurge a little bit more on shoes for sure.
Yeah. I really didn't. I spent a little bit of money in high school on shoes, but once I got here, I started doing a little bit more. But like you
Okay.
said, we
Yeah.
barely wear them half the time.
Exactly.
I'd rather wear slides half the time.
Right. I have my toes out 90% of the time. Do we have a winner?
We have a tie between 1, 2, 3. We have a 4-way tie.
Somebody got to flip a
And
coin.
I'm going to read the names that are in this 4-way tie. Owen Haas, Meredith in the back, Katie. Is this you, Katie? Oh, Lord. Let me just say, my mom has yet to win in 13 shows anything. So this would be big for her tonight if she did. And then Colin Hall. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to mix these up. Don't
The
look.
whole back table.
I'm mixing them up. He's not looking. I'm going to slip that in there. All right, I'm turning the papers over, and Blake's going to pick.
Y'all can blame it on Blake.
And our winner is
Colin Hall.
Colin Hall. Colin, you have won Grit Coffee, the Brunel blend.
Yeah. Both?
Just one.
Just one?
Make his mom happy.
There you go.
Awesome. Congrats, Colin.
There you go.
All right, thank you. Well, with that, you can keep this because we're going to go through it.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to go through the answers now that we have our winner. Blake, you're going to read the question and then read the answer.
Okay. So first one, do I love the outdoors? And which is true. So I live in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, which we have a lake. We live close to the woods. So growing up, I used to always go camping. We used to be on the boat. I used to spend a lot of summers just on the lake. So whenever I get the chance, I love to be outside. So next one, what is one thing I like to do? Play video games. I feel like after practice, after we do something, I have a lot of downtime. I like just to chill in my room, play some video games, talk to my friends back home. What kind of music do I like? Country.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best type of music. So I got interested in that in high school, and I don't know. I like rap, I like pop, but country's definitely the best. What's another thing I like doing is playing cards. So that's like one thing my family does. I really like playing cards with my parents when they come visit back home. Me and my brother play cards a lot, so it's just something that we can do to spend quality time together. And then my favorite sport to watch is baseball. I always thought a baseball environment was the best. I used to go to Mariners games, and I always thought that was the best time because it's a chill environment. It's fun to watch. It's easy to watch. So
Awesome. Well, there you go. There's a little bit about Blake. And we're going to get to know a little bit more about Blake right now. Tone, you want to kick it off?
Yeah, I'll kick it off. All right, so like you said, you're from Idaho. So coming all the way from Idaho. I have family in Virginia, but I've never been to like Charlottesville. So when I got offered by Virginia and I took a visit, it was my first time ever coming to Charlottesville. Didn't know anything about Virginia. But yeah, it just felt like home, and then I was around the right people.
for sure.
In a
Yeah.
great school, great football school as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
it just felt like home, just
Yeah.
like you said.
For me, this is home. So it really worked out that I came back. I initially started at Notre Dame, so very flat is where I went to. And it was interesting. The Midwest is different. It's not completely bad, but you do get seasonal depression. It's gray half the year. But the lakes are nice in the 2 months that the weather's nice. So,
Right.
but no, it's been nice to be back home. I know you can relate because mountains, right? I know they're
Yeah.
different. And actually, here's the question for you. Do you consider Virginia mountains real mountains
I mean,
coming from Idaho?
I haven't really went and like visited them or like I mean they look like mountains when you look at them. You know what I mean? But like I mean the mountains back home. I mean you got I don't know what the wildlife is here, like in the trees and stuff. Like
You need to go to the national park. It's like 20
haven't-
minutes away.
I don't have a car. You know, I ride
That's
an electric
true.
bike, so it's not easy to get around.
Yeah,
So,
fair enough. Well, you let me know. We'll go for a
Yeah.
little drive.
Yeah.
So what are like some fun things that you grew up doing in Idaho?
So originally I grew up. My mom was a volleyball coach, so I grew up on a college campus. So I used to always just be around campus, running around, doing a bunch of stuff, hanging out with friends. Yeah.
I never
so,
played either of those.
No. Yeah.
Well, you need to be educated, Antonio. They're not too hard to learn.
I'm
I
addicted
would
to
say
spades.
Rook is very. It's like setback.
Right.
Have you ever played setback?
I don't think
I
so.
haven't either, but people tell me it's similar to that, so that's what I always say. But I say Rook is similar to like Uno
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
and like a counting game kind of sort
Well,
of.
that's
Okay.
easy.
So it's not too
I
hard.
can learn that.
But you were saying that your mom is a volleyball coach.
Yep.
So
She
your
was.
mom
She retired.
She
a couple
retired.
years
Okay.
ago, Yep.
So your mom played at USC,
Yep.
Southern Cal, right?
Yep. University of Southern California.
And then your dad was a football player at Idaho.
Yep.
So and your brother is a college volleyball player, and he's still playing, right?
Yep.
Okay. So what for you made basketball like your sport?
So actually, growing up, football was always my dream. I was a quarterback. I wanted to go play at Oregon. That was my dream school.
Oh.
And then I got to 8th grade and I grew like 10 inches in 2 years. So I decided to get held back. So when I got held back, our football team was going to be like awful that year. So I was like, I'm going to take an off year. I'm going to train.
Right.
And that year I decided like I got into basketball a lot and it kind of just took off. And there's not a lot of 6'10" quarterbacks in the league. So I was
Right.
like,
You're a tall quarterback.
so I picked the right sport. My mom influenced me a lot on basketball. I kind of wanted to play volleyball like my brother. I saw
Yeah.
him do it. I thought it was cool. But she talked me out of it. She didn't want to send me away. So
you said you
worked out.
grew 10 inches
It
in
was
like
in,
a
2
year?
years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Did
like,
your knees hurt from that?
Yeah, I was in a lot of I went through a lot of stuff from like
Yeah.
7th grade to 8th grade.
Oh, so you did this in middle school?
Yeah, I did 8th grade
Wow.
twice.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I was gonna say where's the height come from? Like I'm sure your parents are both tall, but
Yeah.
like
My dad's 6'6", my mom's
Okay.
5'11", but my mom's side I have like a 6'10" uncle,
okay.
a 6'6" grandpa, and then like there was like a 7-footer somewhere in there. So
Oh, so you were bound. One of you were bound to
most
be.
most of the height comes from my mom's side.
Okay. How tall is your brother?
6'8".
6. Oof.
Yep.
It's all family. Y'all make your parents look short.
Yeah, we do.
All right.
So you talked about your family and how they all play sports and stuff like that. So how's your family been a positive impact in your sports journey?
They've been a huge impact. I think growing up on like around my mom was really benefited me a lot.
Right.
Just seeing her, like, especially working with like female college athletes, I think that helped out a lot, just like with my perspective on things. But then like when I was going through the recruiting process, you know how stressful that can be.
Right.
She knew like the coaches side of it, and so I
Yeah.
think that really helped me a lot when she was like helping me with it. Knowing when to call coaches, and then seeing my brother go through it. So I kind of followed after that, but it kind of helped a lot just to see like my dad, he went JUCO first, so like he went JUCO, and then
Right.
he got that D1 offer to go to Idaho. So like he kind of had to go through the process.
Yeah, long route.
So kind of talking to him about that, like just how hard he had to work just to get there.
Right.
My mom came out of a small town in Idaho with like I think her high school had like 200 people in it,
Wow.
and she was able to go to USC when they were really good. So just kind of seeing how hard you had to work to get to that point, I think that helped out a lot.
Nice.
And so now, or actually, I'm gonna ask this one first. So as a kid, like we talked a lot about your family and like you growing up. So as a kid growing up, like what was one of your biggest dreams that you ever had for yourself? Because when people ask me, I'm like, well, my dream when I was little was to follow my mom's footsteps and to be it was literally be a Division III great basketball player at Bridgewater College, because that's where my mom is, a D3 school here in Virginia, and that's what I wanted to do. Obviously, your dreams change, and mine ended up changing once I got heavy into AAU in middle school and stuff changed. But like, what was your earliest memory of a dream that you had for yourself?
I think it was playing in the NFL. That's really what it was. Like I was all football. Like I was going to football camps. I was doing everything. Like I only played basketball when I had to, when it was during the season. Like I would never put any extra time into it. I played baseball too. So I ended up quitting baseball so I could focus on football just because like the throwing motions.
Right.
And then it kind of all just happened so fast where it flipped to basketball and it kind of took off. But yeah, I definitely wanted to play. I mean, I wanted to play for the Broncos. That was always my dream. I'm a huge Denver fan. So
that's awesome.
So you just finished up your first season here at UVA. Any fun memories that you would like to share?
I think really just being with the team and the guys. I mean, we got to do a lot of like fun activities. Like we got to go rafting earlier this year. That was a lot of fun. But just being on the road with them, just bonding. Just crazy how close you can get with a group of guys, like getting brought in and just slowly building those relationships. Just I think playing in March Madness was cool, first experience. Just being there and getting to see that, and trying to get back there the next couple of years.
Right.
And then I would say like my first start, I think, was super cool for me. My parents were here for that. Like I had no idea I was starting until like 5 minutes before the game.
Really?
Wow.
They didn't tell me. And so I had like my family friends here, my family here. So I think that was super cool just to have them here for that.
A lot of nerves.
Yeah.
I know.
I can imagine what you were feeling like.
It was like warm ups. They're like, all right, Blake, you're like, we're gonna start you tonight. And I was like I started freaking out. So took me a little.
Which game was that? I forgot.
I can't even remember the team. It was the team wasn't very good.
Okay, that's okay.
It was one of like the teams. Yeah.
But that's awesome.
Like Oregon State or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. All right. To piggyback off of that, you've now played a year under Coach Tony Bennett. You've kind of probably go through what normal freshman year is, and
for sure.
you had a great game against Florida. You've had some games where you might not have scored as much, some games where you played a great defensive game and whatnot. What have you been able to take away from your first year playing under him and taking those things, and what are you going to work on and improve on in the offseason?
I think the biggest thing for me is just like strength. Like I feel like I got the skill, like I know what I can do, but we're playing in the ACC, like we're playing like 260, 250, like bigs in the post. So I think that's kind of the biggest takeaway for me at the first start is that I need to get stronger. Just that helps you compete.
Yep.
But just sharpen my skills, try to stretch the floor a little bit where I can, just kind of be more threat. Defensively, you can't be a liability when you play with Tony Bennett.
Right.
If he doesn't like what he sees, you're not going to be on the floor. So I think really just getting that down and trying to just do what I can, just stay on the floor. And I think that really starts defensively, but just sharpening my skills all over, from dribbling the ball, shooting the ball.
Right. Absolutely.
It's just, I think I'm going to need to step up next year. So I think just trying to do whatever I can.
And the key is confidence.
For sure.
Yeah.
It really is.
That
I mean,
that's
when
up and down through the year.
I think back to my freshman year at Notre Dame, like I came into a program at the time that had just drafted. They had 5 of their starters drafted to the WNBA when I went in. There was 8 of us on the team that were scholarship players. The rest were walk-ons that year. So like I had to start. I had to play. Like I had to play no matter what. And it was a huge learning curve because as a freshman, you don't always do what you want to do, and it's up and down. You might have a shooting like lull for a long time, and that was my issue. I couldn't figure out my shot for like the first half of the season. I was shooting really bad, even though I was scoring. It was because I was taking a lot of shots, but you kind of figure it out eventually, and it's all because you have confidence in yourself.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of mine was a little bit different. Like we had a close scrimmage against UConn, and I went off against them.
Right.
And then I played Florida. I had a great game against Florida. Then after that, I kind of went in a little bit of a slump. And I'm like, what's happening? Like, I just did all this. I started, and then I'm not starting anymore.
Right.
I'm coming off the bench, maybe getting like 5 minutes a game. So I think it was really just learning to like what you need to do to stay on the floor.
Absolutely.
Just finding what you're good at. And I figured that out kind of the second half of the season. Like, when I get the ball in this spot, what am I doing?
Right.
Like, what do I need to do to stay on the floor?
Yep.
But yeah, for sure, it's ups and downs.
Yep.
It's not easy.
It's a normal freshman, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Normal first year, so
but
I'm excited.
You learn a lot from it. And just the fact that I got thrown in there and I had to play, like I think that's going to help out a lot these next 3 years.
Absolutely.
So
I mean, you won't be a rookie anymore after this year, so people will start looking up to you, those people that are going to come in, and it'll be great. I'm excited for you. My last question for you is, and you've kind of hit on it a little bit, I guess, through other questions, but we've all had to deal with some type of adversity, some challenge that's come along that's really, in a way, it's kind of sets you back. Maybe your confidence is lacking. Maybe you feel like you've lost a sense of purpose, whatever it may be, injury. Can you talk about a time in your career, and it can be now or it can be like when you were in high school, that you went through something really, really tough that you had to overcome, and how you did that?
I think it would probably have to be, I mean, my high school was, I mean, I lost in 2 state championships in high school. I got upset the first round we weren't supposed to. So like there was some adversity there, but like we always got through it. Like we ended up winning my senior year. But I think this year, when that kind of middle year, when I like got out of the starting lineup and I got pushed to like 5 minutes a game, like I didn't know what was going on. I think that's when I really like, I kind of had to find the reasons why why I'm playing basketball, why I love this game, why I'm here doing this. And I think it kind of just got down to like, I just was having a meeting with my coaches, just talking with them, just having open conversations. I started playing, it's kind of weird, but I started playing video games with my friends more back home. Just talking to them, just like, we're not like talking about something specific, but like we're playing the game, like we're with, like we're talking to each other. So I think that really helped me out, just talking to them, being on FaceTime, like just the little things that kind of just get you through things, like get you in that good mood.
Absolutely.
So I just kind of had to find those reasons why I love this game. And I think that really, once I did that, I kind of got out of that little hole, and I saw it like I started playing a lot better, started playing a lot more.
Absolutely. And sorry, this is my last question, but I was thinking about this because I'm looking into the audience, and I see a lot of young people out there, and a lot of young people that play sports, whether it's basketball or another sport. What is a piece of advice that you would give them on trying to prepare to be the best athlete that they can be?
I would say just never get comfortable. I think there's some parts of this year, like I got too comfortable with what position I was in. I would say just always stay in the gym, whatever you do, like if it's the weight room, if it's whatever sport you do, the field, I just say always stay hungry, always do what you can do just to help yourself with the most, put the extra work in, because it really pays off. But I just never get comfortable, because once you get comfortable with your position, that's where people start to pass you in different things. So
absolutely.
All right, so this is the last one. This is from someone you might know, but Jaslyn wants to know why your academic coordinator is the GOAT.
Is she here?
I don't know if she's here, but she might be watching.
Oh, she's there.
She is here.
Where's she
at? So
Jaslyn
is men's and kind of women's basketball as academic coordinator. She's here tonight.
No, I'd definitely say I'd have to give a shout out to my mentor, Shannon. She's here. She's the one that gets me through my grades and
our
stuff.
Mentor.
I really appreciate her. Yeah, our mentor. We have the same mentor. So I really appreciate Shannon. She does. I would say she's the real go here, but we love Jaslyn. We love Jaslyn.
Shout out to Kate too. She's a pretty big go as well. All of our academic support's back there tonight. They're supporting us. So, all right. Well, with that, that's going to kick us off into our audience engagement, where we're going to give y'all the floor to ask any questions you have for Blake. All that we ask is that you speak loudly, and then I'm going to repeat the question so people online can hear it, and then you can answer it. So, does anybody have any questions they'd like to ask Blake?
Yeah, one over here.
Where? Oh. Yes. Yes. Oh, Avery, come up. Avery's been at most of our shows this year. She's a true supporter.
I think all of them.
And she's like a Taylor Lauterbach, who's on my team, super fan.
Oh,
She wears that jersey every day.
That's awesome.
Where has
Ooh.
Blake always wanted to visit?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I haven't thought about that one as much. I think it would be cool to kind of go overseas somewhere. Um, I think one day it would be cool to go overseas and play basketball. I haven't really thought about where, just somewhere nice and warm.
Nice and warm.
Yeah, it's warm, something cool.
That just depends on the time of the year you're over there.
I know. Yeah. I think it would be cool. Like I think one of my coaches, I think he was in Australia that played overseas, and he was telling me about all the stories. So I think it'd be cool to go play overseas in Australia, maybe. But
Awesome.
that's a
Good
great
question, Avery. All right. Anybody else?
it's a hard one.
No, you didn't think about that. Yes. So the question is, how does the negative social media response affect Blake or affect the team?
I see it. I try not to look at it. You know, during the season, I turn off notifications on Instagram. I try to stay off Twitter after bad losses or anything like that because, I mean, people say a lot, but they don't really know what's going on, like with our team, what's happening on the court. I feel like a lot of people that say stuff have never really played the sport that we're playing and really doing what we do. So I just like I know the type of player that I am. I know what our team is. You know, if we have an off night, we have an off night. It happens. It's a part of the game. So I try to just tune out of it as much as I can. But you see it, but sometimes you kind of got to use motivation. You know, try to quiet the people. But yeah, it does suck for sure seeing it.
Awesome. It's a good question. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else?
Country artist.
Oh, what country artist does Blake like?
I would say probably my favorite song is "Fast Car" by Luke Combs.
That's a great one.
I love that song, but I listen to Luke Combs, Luke Bryan, Morgan Wallen. Those are kind of the main ones, but I'm all over the place.
What
with
about
country
like
artists.
old Taylor Swift?
No,
Ah,
that is not on my country playlist. No,
that's crazy, Blake.
I like Taylor Swift. She's a good artist, but
All right. Yes.
my major I have not declared yet.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about going to the education school. I think, I want to be maybe a coach one day or be something with coaching basketball. So I think it would be good to kind of learn that way, like working with kids. But I haven't fully decided yet.
The ed school's good. As someone who's in the master's program, they're great professors. So, Mr. Z, you had a quick question. What did you want to ask? So, how much time does Blake or just in general the men's basketball team put thought into or talk about NIL or the transfer portal?
I would say like during the season, we didn't really talk about the transfer portal much. I mean, there was talks that, hey, maybe we think this guy will leave. We'll maybe think this guy will leave because we know it's a part of the game. It's unfortunate, when you see teammates leave. But I wouldn't say we worried too much about it. Like, I mean, now since the season's over, we're trying to figure out like who's going to get here, who's going to come. But NIL, for me, NIL was never really a big factor when I got recruited. I was like, I'm not going to pick the school based on NIL. All I know it's going to be like, it's going to be a bonus of whatever school I go to. And we talked about it a little bit as a team. It helps us out a lot with what we get, and it benefits us a lot. But it's never really been like we're going to do this just so we get NIL. A lot of things that we do for NIL is super cool because we get to help the community out, and we almost enjoy doing that better than just getting the money. So,
good question.
Oh yeah.
All right. Anybody else have a question? Yes, Mullins. I know.
Thank you for your contributions this year.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
So read me question. We heard the national championship annual softball game. Roman did several out. I want you to recap your first annual softball game. Who can play? And most importantly, who should never step on the diamond?
I would say the probably one person that should not step on is Jordan Miner. He was he could
He looks like he could
no
hit it though.
oh maybe if you got some contact he could
Oh,
probably
Lord.
send it, but I think he like nicked it like 4 times, and once you do that it's like you're an out, but he didn't get a single hit.
Wow, that's unfortunate.
No, it was bad. It was bad. We had a couple
Dang.
other guys that you could tell they never picked up a bat before. But my experience was good. I think I hit 2 home runs. I hit the walk-off grand slam to win.
Okay.
So I was hyped about that. Because we were down like 16-4 against our coaches this year.
Oh gosh.
And we ended up coming back like the last 2 innings and won. But no, that's a fun environment to play. It's a fun game. So
Awesome. Great question, Mullins. All right. Anybody else have any questions? Yes.
Yeah, guys, take this out, like,
Nah.
So
Nah.
I had actually asked Antonio to help me out because I thought it would go better if I had a co-host in terms of making the show run fluid. And Antonio and I have been really good friends. Antonio is one of the first people I ever met at UVA, actually, because when I got to UVA, it was weird because I technically was finishing my Notre Dame degree that summer. So there was all these NCAA rules about I couldn't be around the girls, like I couldn't be in the facility when they were there. And so I was there at more odd hours, I would say, and I would always park. At the time, they're doing construction there, but I used to park across from JPJ where the McHugh is, and he was always parking there, and he would just be so nice to me in the parking lot, like, hi, like, I'm Antonio, nice to meet you, and like ever since then, we've been friends, and so I thought it'd be fun to add a co-host for this year, so we'll see what the future holds. We're not sure yet, but we'll see. We'll see. Awesome. Anybody else? If not, we got a fun game to play with Blake that's going to put him in some tough predicaments. We're going to play start, bench, cut. And those of you who have been here before with men's basketball players, we usually play this every time. And so the way that this works is we have 4 rounds, and in each round there are 3 different UVA men's basketball players. All of these names, if you are true UVA fans, you will know these names. They were on some pretty great UVA men's basketball teams. And so basically each round, Blake is going to come up with a start, who's he going to bench, and who's he going to cut. In the 4th round, we're going to take the 3 starters from the first 3 rounds, and he's going to come up with an ultimate start, bench, cut. So with that, we're going to start with round 1. And the players that are in this round are Kihei Clark, Ty Jerome, and Reese Beekman.
that's a tough one. I've been looking at this. I have no idea. Because I played with Reese. Reese is my guy. So I don't want to. I'm going to say Reese. He's 2-time defensive ACC player of the year. We got to have that on the court.
Okay.
And then I got to go Ty Jerome bench and Kie cut, as much as I hate to do that because Kie was a great player here. I mean,
hopefully
Jerome,
he might not be watching, so it's okay.
They both are on the national championship team, but that's what I'm going to go with this round. I got to go with Reese.
All right, who do we got for round 2, Tone?
So we got Kyle Guy, Malcolm Brogdon, and Justin Anderson.
Kyle Guy, Malcolm Brogdon, Justin Anderson.
I'm going to go Malcolm at start just because what he did here, and he's still playing in the league. He's got a huge role with the Blazers. And then I'll go bench Kyle, since he won a natty. And then I'll cut Justin Anderson.
Dang, Justin, I hope you're not watching this right now. I might have to send him this link later and tell him he's got to fast forward.
It's alumni. I think it's alumni this summer, so hopefully I don't.
Oh, there you go.
Hopefully we're not in the gym with them.
Oh, gosh. Okay. All right. So round 3, we got Isaiah Wilkins, which I know you know him very well.
Isaiah, yo.
Jack Salt and Mamadi Diakite. Didn't say it was gonna be easy, guys.
No.
Didn't say it was gonna be easy.
I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna cut Jack Salt. Just start off with that.
Dang, that was quick.
Well, because I
Starting
don't
with a
know.
cut.
I don't know with Isaiah and Mamadi because I play Isaiah every day, and
Right.
he kills us. He's still got it. So I don't want to burst. I don't want to help his ego here, though. He don't need that. I'll go Mamadi since he won a national championship.
You're gonna start him?
Yeah. And then
Okay,
I'll
and bench Isaiah. All right. So in our final round 4, we have Reese Beekman, we've got Malcolm Brogdon, and we got Mamadi Diakite. Who
That's
is your
tough.
ultimate start bench cut?
I feel like I gotta start.
I think you're
Reese.
getting a little sweaty on the
I
forehead.
am. If I didn't play with Reese, it would be different. I
Okay,
played with Reese.
Here's
I
the
played with
rule.
Reese.
Here's the rule for round 4. It can't be just because you played with them. It has to be what you actually think.
Okay, then I'm gonna start Malcolm,
Okay.
and then I'm bench Reese.
All
I
right.
still love you, Reese. If you see this, and then Cup.
Position I'm putting Blake in.
The round ones, I think, maybe the hardest because they all
Yeah.
they all done something for this program. So.
Right. Well, you can discuss this with them over the summer when they're coming
I
back.
don't see that.
All right. Well, that's all we have for games with Blake. But the fun part is starting now because now is the time where you guys might win some prizes. Some of you will go home with some nice gifts. Some of you won't. And we're about to see who does. All right. So there's so many things to start with. So how about we start with the last grit coffee, the Brunel blend grit coffee bag. We have one more to give away. And so, Tone, can you pass me the big wrap? Make sure we mix these up.
I know. I tried to.
That's all good. Oh,
That person's.
can your arm reach that? All right, we're mixing these up really good. All right, the next thing we're gonna draw for is 1 can of my berry lemonade drink that also has my face on it. It's kind of cute. I like the colors. I picked the colors, so. All right, the winner for the first one is
Taylor.
Taylor's not here.
Oh, okay.
Draw again. Taylor doesn't like my drink.
Taylor. I got Taylor again.
Taylor, she's not here.
Wow.
She'd be happy for
She
somebody
wanted
else to win. it.
$250.
Doug Strawley.
Doug is not here. Momo Sipe. She is here tonight.
Hey, Taylor wanted that $250.
Yeah. All right. We have one more drink to give away. So let's draw for that.
Dargan. Cogshow. I think that's how you say that. No.
We might. So there's a lot of names in here that they're probably not here. So we're just going to have to keep drawing. Oh,
Katie.
Brunel. Draw. Oh, now you don't want it. Okay. we're gonna put all these names back in after this one for the people Oh, you drew one?
Yeah.
Is there a Regina Carter in the house? No? All right. Put it in the pile. Okay.
Graham.
Bert Nets? Nope. Okay. Keep drawing. Gregory Holder.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, great.
So let's draw now for the $25 food coupon to Timberwood Tap House. That's what we're going to draw for.
Where is that at?
Mix these up really good.
Oh, it's over there.
All right. Go for it, Blake. Cole Harvey. Congrats.
Is your name in there again? Is your name in there again? All right. You got a chance.
They came to a lot of them, so they got a lot of names in here. All right. The next thing we'll draw for, I think the only thing we have left is the UVA ticket giveaway and the $250 gift card to Timberwood Tap House. So we're going to do the UVA ticket giveaway. So again, this giveaway, Timberwood is giving away 2 tickets to a 2024-2025 UVA women's basketball game of your choice. And I have the cards to Elle and Joe, who one of them Joe owns this place, and Elle runs this place. So I'll give you their contact info, and you'll work out with them the ticket situation. But let's see who wins. Oh, Anna. I don't think Anna's here tonight. All right. They usually have season tickets, so I think it's okay.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Joseph Wright. Is there a Joseph Wright?
Oh.
Just kidding. All right, Joe, I'm going to give you these. So basically, Elle's here tonight, so I'll introduce you to her. But there's their cards. You'll take this and just hold on to that, and I'll talk to you after the show. You're not going anywhere. All right. So we're going to close the top really quick because it's time to draw for the $250 gift card to Timberwood Tap House. And so for this, whoever is pulled wins automatically. We're not going to keep drawing if you're not here because we do have the cell phone number of that person on these cards. So whoever is drawn is who wins. And with that, we're giving it one more good mix because this is very important. Everyone's been putting their names in for months. All right, make sure you get in there good. And our winner is
Todd
Mounts. I think that's how you say it. If you're watching, Todd, you won.
Right.
I don't think he's here, but we'll contact him. We will contact him. Just in case he doesn't answer, we'll draw a second for a backup.
I hope they're not here.
Because
they're gonna be disappointed.
I know. But I'll keep your raffle ticket, and if Todd doesn't claim it, it'll go to the second winner. Okay.
That's
Mark Holder, you're the backup. So Todd doesn't answer. I know how to contact you, sir. I'll get in touch with you. So congrats to Todd M. on winning the $250 Timberwood Tap House gift card. And that is all we have to give away tonight. So with that wraps up this year's season of Sam's Corner at Timberwood Tap House. Just again, thank you to our guests, first of all. Thank you, Blake, for being here, being our last guest this year. You were great.
Thank you for having me.
Huge thank you to my co-host, Antonio. Tell him thanks for doing this with me. It's been a blast. Yes. It wouldn't be the same without you. But most of all, thank you to the people, to the companies, to Timberwood Tap House, all the people who have supported these giveaways and sponsored the show. You're much appreciated. Without you, it wouldn't have ran the way it did. So we're thankful for that. But most of all, I'm thankful for everyone here, for all the people who have supported the show, whether it's once, twice, every show. Your support has been amazing. And like I said, I've done this now 2 years, so I've been able to see the show grow completely, exponentially to what it was last year. And for me, that's really special because this is something I cared a lot about. Hopefully in the future, we keep the show going in some capacity. Kind of depends on where I end up in the world. But super excited for where the show will end up going. And on social media, I'll keep you updated on what is going to happen with the show. But again, shout out to Timberwood Tap House. Shout out to you guys for always being here. We really appreciate it. So give yourself a round of applause. And the last person I'll give a shout out to is Rowback because they outfitted us for every show. They were a major part in giving away. Usually there are trivia giveaway, but we were unable to have them for a giveaway this last show. But every other show, they've been a huge giveaway for us. So shout out to them. Again, keep up with us on social media. You can follow me individually. You can follow all three of us up here. But, thank you again and enjoy the rest of your night.